To date is the 28th day of July 2020. And the numbers just came out in Abaco that there is confirmed 9 cases on Guanaki, they say, but it's in Bakers Bay. You see, that's the Prime Minister and the great white shark, Brent Simonet. First deal as minister responsible for investment. Brent Simonet sat down as a cabinet minister in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and edged out a $25 million ferry deal for him and the Prime Minister of the country. We were sold back then. That's the first deal, was to bring investment. They took investment for Albury Ferry. Man, I ain't sleep for days because I know it's wrong. And somebody dare talk about these Haitians that have more integrity than ministers and members of parliament, the Prime Minister. In Haiti, the Haitians would have burned tires till that smoke got too much for the Prime Minister or the President of Haiti, and they would resign. But the people of Abaco, ain't no thing. It's a Prime Minister deal. They waiting on to get another deal themselves. But this deal could be a death sentence to some people. Some people's system is different from others. Some will recover, some will be in the trailer. And if there is 9 Mexicans, they have to tell us whether they're Mexicans, Haitians, Bahamians, Americans, who have these COVID-19 in Bakers Bay. Everybody that works in Bakers Bay and outside Bakers Bay know that they'll host them in a floating barge, all in there like sardines. So come on, man. If 9 got it, see, it's so small, the virus small, so they catch them little 5-footers. Them, they all, they're talking, and then the way them Spanish people speak, when they speak, they spit. One of those threats, boy, y'all don't even know, it ain't no joke. But them little short Mexicans, when one spit and speak, they go all through Bakers Bay. And I told you, the wind's been blowing 30, 40 knots in Bakers Bay. If they come out with the right numbers, you'll hold your head and holler, oh Lord, I'm coming home. Abaco has been destroyed twice, 3 times. It has been destroyed by Hurricane Dorian. Then it's been destroyed by the slow recovery by this FNM government. And then this FNM Prime Minister, the most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs that negotiated with Dr. Livingston Marshall. Don't even think about leaving Dr. Livingston Marshall. Because you can say what you like and try pretty it up. There's no Bahamian on Bakers Bay now that have COVID-19. There is still, if the government would get off their behind and do the test in Bakers Bay proper and shut it off, they'll come back with a minimum of 60 positive cases in Bakers Bay. You know what the Prime Minister waiting on? To do us like they do Bimini? They can wait till Bahamians get it. See, it's okay if the Mexican get it. They have to wait. Let them die out there with it. But with the Prime Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs that got with the Prime Minister to bring these in. This will recognize that there are over 100 Bahamians from Sandy Point to Crown Haven that works out there. 9, let the government do the test. Bakers Bay ain't gonna tell you the truth. They being so unlaw-abiding because Dr. Livingston Marshall got everybody in the back and front pocket throwing Bakers Bay money around like sand. Only good can come out of this. If Mike Melvin catch himself and send Dr. Marshall home, just like Carter Red. Remember Carter Red? Duncan Boyne's going too. Only one person left to go now is Dr. Livingston Marshall, the dirtiest player in the book. And if any government come on and investigate Bakers Bay, Dr. Livingston Marshall is on the front cover of corruption at the top government level. That is why the Prime Minister and Brent Simonet can send 18 people home from Albury's Ferry while they are the sitting ministers and Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and award themselves, self-dealt themselves 25 million. How much can 25 million buy? My God. I've seen Bakers Bay bring the Prime Minister and his cabinet into Bakers Bay to have a meeting. You ever see a Prime Minister so much in bed with an investor that only has been in existence for 13 years, that they can bring a Prime Minister and his entire cabinet to Bakers Bay? That is corruption at the head. I was in flight school as a young man. I was 17 years old. Byron Russ in Boca Raton, where blacks were not allowed to be on the streets of Boca Raton. And the news report came on the Bahamas. The Bahamas, a nation for sale. From the Prime Minister right down to the layman. And that is what's going on in Bakers Bay today with our Prime Minister. For sale, for sale. 46 homes that have not been. Mike Melvin said this, Mr. Prime Minister, this is how you negotiate a deal. If you're negotiating a deal, Mr. Prime Minister, this is on the page of Michael Melvin, the developer of Bakers Bay. He said, good investment. You have to put whatever you promise out there first before the deal come to fruition. So, if the deal was to build 46 homes to bring the Mexicans, they ought to build the homes first, not bring the Mexican in first to give us COVID-19. The homes should have been built first. This government is so naive. This FNM government, they can't tell you today. The man promised them 46 homes. Hurricane coming. They haven't even cleared the land. They haven't even located where the land, where they're gonna put these 46 homes that caused us to get COVID-19. My voice is leaving me. But I had to get this out. We were sold COVID-19 for 46 homes that not been started yet. The people that these homes supposed to be for, they will be dead, gone and buried before the homes is built. Because the homes have not been built, but COVID-19 has taken over the most lucrative property in the history of Abaco, Bakers Bay. And those millionaires ain't coming there for many years to come. Because they don't trust the jokers that are down there that brought COVID-19. That is Dr. Livingston Marshall. I know that any of the investors and the owners get my video. Get rid of Dr. Livingston Marshall. He personally, him and the Prime Minister of the country, personally brought COVID-19 to Bakers Bay and indeed Guanakee. And if they're living in a trailer on a boat, if 9 got it, 59 got it. But it's the government doing the testing, or they're trusting their love partner called Bakers Bay. Well, Bakers Bay used to be a good name, but because of Livingston Marshall, the name is a dirty name. And we are gonna get trouble soon as that COVID-19 hit Maxwell's. We're all doomed, including WCAY. But I'm telling you, it is coming. Prepare yourself. Kai cares. That's why I tell you, Dr. Livingston Marshall and the Prime Minister, through his authority and lack of authority and lack of testing, has brought COVID-19 to Abaco and the lucrative property of Bakers Bay. Kai cares. That's why I'm here. And also COVID-19 is here with Kai. And Kai's scared because the Kai ain't ready to die. But if I get it, I will sue Bakers Bay and Dr. Livingston Marshall for causing Kai Mills to get COVID-19. You're live with Kai on WCAY.